Alright folks, welcome back to King's Toy Chest. Here with a little bit different for the channel, but I kind of thought it would be more appropriate on this channel than any of the others. I'm going to take a look at the Real Ghostbusters Annual. This is one I did actually own as a child. I've recently found this in a charity shop for 25 pence, which is the best deal I've actually had all year. I actually remember having this very annual. I think this was 1989. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know there's quite a few different annuals, but they don't tend to have dates as far as I can see. Looking through it, if I find a date, I'll maybe confirm it. But this is actually made by Marvel as part of the Real Ghostbusters TV series, as you can quite clearly tell by the cover. I do like the cover as well. It's got your main character. We've got Ray, Peter, Egon, Winston, and of course Slimer. So that's all this video is going to be is a quick look through the book itself. If you did have this as a kid, hopefully it gives you a little bit of nostalgia. Certainly gave me a lot of nostalgia just flicking through the pages. So it's a hard back cover, and as I say, it tells you it's the Real Ghostbusters Annual by Marvel. The back's the exact same as the front. No year on there as far as I can see. So let's open it up. And there's an excellent inner cover shot. We've got all random ghosts around the Ghostbusters with their proton packs, trying to shoot the... Do you shoot the ghosts? I don't know. What do you do? Trying to catch the ghosts in their stream. I don't know what was here. I don't think this might be the price. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if that was the price of the book or it was a token and you had to cut that out, but that was certainly missing from the book. So there's your table of contents, and it gives you the Real Ghostbusters. Let's say Peter, Egon, Ray Stans, Winston Zedmore, Janine and Slimer, and there's your table of contents. So a lot of good stories in here, and the artwork's really good. I mean, as I say, it is a Marvel comic effectively, and it does credit the story writers and all the artists. A lot of blank backgrounds, but as I say, it's mainly focused on the characters and what they're up to. I'm not going to go through every story because that would take quite a bit of time. But what we'll do is have a look at mainly some of the focal parts of the actual annual itself. So one of the biggest stories in this is the first couple of pages. I think it's the Ghost from Outer Space. Maybe wrong. This picture, I remember as soon as I opened this up and I saw this ghost, I started flooding back with nostalgia. I can really remember this book. Because Peter actually in the story is a rather attractive female, and he gets a picture taken with her from Ray's gadget, and when they develop the picture, it turns out it's actually a ghost. So that was a bit of a lucky escape for Peter. So flicking through again, this is more of a text-based story. Very rarely sort of the occasional couple of pictures. Some ghosts showing his butt cheeks there. This is just a different story in itself. I'm not going to read through it, just let you see some of the artwork. Obviously Ghostbusters get in trouble. Never read this again actually. I can't remember exactly how it goes. But I do remember like that scene with Slimer taking the presenter's wig and these other Ghostbuster wannabes. I may have to read through it again once more, but I can't remember off the top of my head what the story is about. And of course classical Slimer. Imagine Slime Peter, as he's the one that seems to always get hit. There's a few character bios here, so what I'll do is I'll attempt to actually zoom in to allow you guys to pause the video and read it if you like. So hopefully that's clear enough for you to read. There you go, that should hopefully be long enough for you to pause that. And there's a lot of there's actually a character bio for everyone. No, sorry, this is the main story of the actual book itself. The Spook from Outer Space. So there's about a spaceship that's actually dug up and found, and obviously Ghostbusters watching TV and seeing this happening. So they go to investigate. Lo and behold, there's Ecto 1 in all its glory. But see what I mean here is quite a few scenes where it's just literally the characters, the Ghostbusters and whoever else in the scene, and it's just a blank background, which is fine. You've got some nice artwork on the spaceship scene. And I can remember this picture as well, iconically the ghost in this, or alien, I don't know how they pronounced it, I thought it was the alien ship. This continued on page 2, so it was a 2-part story throughout the book to make it not just one big comic book. And we've got Egon Spengler. So I'll do the same again. I'll just see if I can zoom in, and hopefully you guys can get a chance to pause it and have a look if you want to read it. So there's a little bio of Egon. And I say that the actual artwork is very reminiscent of the TV show, which is fantastic. Jaws of the Beast, I've done a little story, so it's not necessarily a comic, but it does give you like little stories with the Ghostbusters. So a lot of content in this annual. Some annuals back in the day were just literally puzzles, like word searches and crosswords, colouring books, which to get them nowadays is pointless because most kids have actually drawn in them. And thankfully this thing's actually in pretty good shape, so it's not actually got any pen or stickers on the book itself. And here we have Ray. So let's do that again. Hopefully this will zoom in a little bit for you so you can read that. So if you pause the video, there we go. Then there's your little bio about Ray you can read about. Flicking through it again. So there's part 2 of the Spook from Outer Space. Once more, they've got some missiles there. Yeah, I remember that bit actually. We ended up taking Peter's proton pack. And that was it. Send me home. He actually spells out using all the construction equipment that he wants to actually go home. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it says. So they decide to catch him, send him on a rocket back out to space. There you go, that was the end of that story. Return of Mr. Stay Puft. So once more, this is like a text story, but it does give you some little artwork. There's like a control collar, I think, here. Another one I've actually not read. You can see I was a big reader when I was a kid. So yeah, Stay Puft actually had the collar on his neck, and then Ray ends up with it and gets controlled. I don't know exactly the contents of the story itself, but somehow the Ghostbusters start chasing Slimer, which always seems to be the case. Let's see Winston. There you go, a little bit of a story of how Winston came to be with the Ghostbusters. Now it does actually reflect, I think it's the next couple of stories, it does echo the movie. Oh, there's Janine as well, so I'll let you read Janine's bio. Hopefully you can see that alright, yeah. So take a little read of that. Wasn't trying to look up Janine's skirt, honest. And another little comic, obviously the whole thing was Egon and Janine were a thing, so he's visiting Janine in his working gear, of course, his Ghostbusters outfit. In fact, that was there in the office. Yeah, I'm talking rubbish now. So, effectively, another comic book for you. More great artwork. Love the artwork on the ghosts. Such a variety of different ghosts in the Ghostbusters. And this is actually the story of the Ghostbusters. So effectively, this just talks through how the Ghostbusters came to be, which follows the line of the movie. And we've got a nice picture of the firehouse there. Even tells you that the Ray went and bought the old Ghostbusters. We've got the Ghostbusters transport, his old Cadillac, costing $5,000. It kind of breaks down the prices, and obviously it's named Ecto-1, the Ectomobile. As one of the things I like mostly about this book is this page, plus the bios. It kind of breaks down all their equipment, and as a kid I thought it was great. I love reading about all the different equipment they had. So you've got the actual proton pack itself, the proton gun, or the wand as they call it in some regards, the ghost trap, the PK meter, Ray's Spectre visor goggles, or Spectro visor goggles, the ghost detector, which is what you most likely see Peter using in the actual Ghostbusters film. His kind of wand with his pump. Don't know if that's used in the cartoon, I can't really remember. I have to rewatch the series 1, which I do have on DVD. And just a little bit more of the actual story, just telling you about this is actually the Ghostbusters 1 story. So yeah, the Ghostbusters face the first great challenge in the early weeks of their career, investigating the haunted fridge of the beautiful young woman called Dana Barrett. So it's just the story of Ghostbusters, the movie. And we have Slimer's bio as well, so let's give you a little look at that. Hopefully you can read that okay. There you go. A little bit about Slimer. God, he has got some mouth. No wonder he managed to eat so much food. And once again, they've got another little comic for you at the end. And Janine giving it calling a timeout, and they'll go for McDonald's or they'll go for some fast food. And then we've got the same artwork in the back. So that's it, guys. See, I didn't want to go too much to the actual comics, the stories. There's a lot to take in. If you do manage to pause it and read it, then hopefully have a chance to look. Mainly just want to show you the bios and some of the nice artwork. And I do love this front cover as well. I may actually try and hunt out the other albums, the other annuals. It's not something I've actually... This is the only one I think I had when I was a kid. And I'm sure it doesn't say anywhere on it what year, but I'm sure it was 1989. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's Dave from King's Toy Chest saying I'll catch you guys later. Do remember to subscribe if you want to see some more stuff from me. I've got some more Call of Duty figures coming up. Also, a lot of Transformers I still have to review. I will go back to Transformers, I do promise. But I'll catch you guys later.